that aura about you. You're a vampire!
And what of it?
Hello and welcome to PlayStation Access. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night was recently released on PlayStation 4, the new and eagerly awaited Metroidvania game developed by Koji Igarashi, the series producer for Castlevania. Ritual of the Night is considered to be a spiritual successor to the Castlevania series, and when I first heard this, I got rather excited. And I am thrilled to say that this game went beyond my expectations, and I still haven't been able to put it down. Often while playing, a beaming smile would suddenly appear on my face thanks to multiple moments where I recognized inspirations from previous Castlevania games, especially, it seemed to me, from Castlevania Symphony of the Night. And of course, I wanted to share this beaming smile with you. So here are 6 ways Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is the Castlevania Symphony of the Night sequel we never got. The first way relates to the structure of the game itself. Now I could just be obvious and say that the level design is incredibly similar, they're both set in a castle filled with demons, and the map structure and presentation is almost identical, apart from, being in a different castle, but I'm referring to what's in the levels themselves. The hidden fragile walls which when destroyed contain a little gem for you, not a pot roast sadly, or a secret room which rewards you for finding it. The way that when you enter a new area you will constantly walk through the same hallway over and over and over again, just like the loading hallways in Symphony of the Night, which you will walk through over and over and over again. The shard statues in Ritual of the Night 2 are almost identical to these statues in Symphony of the Night. And the one which put the biggest smile on my face is how you can sit on chairs. But Rosie, what's so special about sitting on a chair, I hear you ask? Well, not only was Symphony of the Night the first time Alucard could sit on a chair, but there is also a little secret where if you sit in one spot for long enough with a fairy familiar, they will sing a little song for you. And guess what? Ritual of the Night gives us the exact same treatment, but with a familiar called a Caraboss.
Cinder and blight veil the air, bring the night. Hear a goddess of happiness cries, and endless timeless lullaby.
But make sure that you don't sit on these chairs because they're actually evil demons. It's almost as if they're saying, yeah, we know you know about the chairs and what to sit on them, so ha! Joke's on you! The second way relates to the items and abilities you find throughout your quest. You remember that Caraboss familiar who sings to you on the piano? It seems oddly familiar to the fairy familiar in Symphony of the Night, doesn't it? Well, I don't think that this is a coincidence, as all of the familiars you find seem to be majorly influenced by the familiars in Symphony of the Night. Another example being the Silver Knight, who to me has a huge resemblance to the demon familiar in Symphony. Yes, I know they look different, but they both share the same function of having a giant spear which they enjoy prodding enemies with. Ritual of the Night will also constantly keep you on your toes, as you will come across obstacles which need certain powers to allow you to progress, such as a giant hand, a reflector ray, or the ability to absorb blood, which changes this blood pool to this empty-looking fountain, which now I look at it, doesn't look as cool. But you are constantly forced to remember these locations so you can carry on exploring, get the abilities, and come back. Just like how in Symphony you need abilities such as Mist and the Bat Transformation in order to progress. And if all of this isn't enough to convince you, the leveling up animations are incredibly similar, and most importantly, you can backstep. This may not seem like a big deal to some of you, but this is an incredibly popular method of beating Symphony of the Night quickly, as it's quicker than walking. And it's not as fast in Ritual of the Night as it is in Symphony of the Night, I'll admit, but you do receive a trophy if you do it multiple times, so the team knew that fans were keeping an eye out for it. Another ability you will earn, which is a spoiler by the way, so please skip this entry if you would not like to be spoiled, is the invert ability. Symphony of the Night is famous for having the upside down castle segment, where you think you've beaten the game, but in actuality, you need to explore the whole castle again, only upside down. And whilst I was playing Ritual of the Night, I was waiting for this moment. The moment where I would finally enter this upside down universe of this castle I've been exploring for hours, where in actuality, I had been for quite some time. The invert ability allows you to flip the castle upside down, which is Ritual's equivalent to Symphony's reverse castle. Every level has been designed around this ability, knowing that you will learn it in the future, and it becomes a necessity later on in the game. Just like how exploring the upside down castle in Symphony of the Night is also a necessity if you want to get the good ending. Speaking of good endings, another spoiler warning for both games coming up by the way. Here is our fourth entry. Both games have bad endings and you will earn them in the same way. At the start of the game, you have a goal in mind. Stop Dracula, stop Jabal. So you will explore the castle looking for them, and when you do, it's showtime.
Next time, obey.
Forgive me, Jeeple.
You did the right thing, Miriam.
But little do you know, that was a bad move. And not just because you killed someone other than Dracula in Symphony. These boss battles may seem like the final showdown, but they're actually more of a halfway point. And if you defeat them at this point, you will get a bad ending. And you've basically not done a lot. Game over. At first, you'll be left confused. Did I beat the game? Is this how the game ends? Well, you actually need to explore more in order to find out where to go next, which goes back to our previous point about revisiting areas once you've earned new abilities. As soon as I encountered Jable, I knew he was going to give me the bad ending if I defeated him, but there was nothing else I could do at the time. Just like how I knew that killing this possessed character wasn't right when I still had areas of the castle I wanted to explore. This similarity to me is the biggest way that Ritual of the Night feels like a love letter to Symphony of the Night, and I'm so happy they included it. The fifth way is a lot more lighthearted. Customization options! We all love a good bit of customization here and there. And when I discovered how in Ritual of the Night you can change your hairstyle, outfit color, and other features, it immediately took me back to how I made Alucard have an orange and white cloak in Symphony of the Night because it looked awesome. It's a tiny detail they didn't have to include, but did it anyway. And Ritual even made a little quest out of it, as you can help this demon hairdresser lift his curse by showing him multiple hairstyles you find, which then allows you to style your hair even more. And speaking of characters you come across, you also meet OD, Orlok Dracul, the name being a combination of Dracula and Count Orlok. He is a humble vampire librarian who aids you if you return his books, and if not, let's just say that's another story. Not only is he the only vampire in the game and has the same voice actor as a previous Castlevania character, I'm not going to tell you who it is because when I found out I went, oh my god! But he also has a gap underneath him, where if you use the invert ability, you get a comedic reaction from him and earn a trophy. Just like the librarian in Symphony of the Night! And the final way which really stood out to me is more of a little bonus. First of all, in Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, you have civilians who you can help to earn rewards. One of these civilians being Lindsay, who asks you to avenge those who are killed by specific demons by killing a certain amount of those said demons. Her final challenges require you to kill demons who are locked away in rooms which require keys to open. So you need to avenge Richter, Simon, Lisa, Trevor. These names are familiar. Okay, I'll keep my mouth shut for now and let's just see where this goes. I've got the key and oh my god, it's Richter Belmont. I say it's Richter Belmont, but it's not actually him. It's a demon who is hugely inspired by him. Richter Belmont is not only the main protagonist in Castlevania Rondo of Blood, but he's also the first character you play as in Symphony of the Night, and the one who gets possessed and gives you a bad ending if you kill him. And when I found this enemy, I instantly saw the Richter influences in it. The way it moves, its weapons being a whip and axes, which it throws upwards at a curve. Everything seems to relate to Richter Belmont, and when you learn this, it truly puts a beaming smile on your face. So there you have it, 6 ways Bloodstained Ritual of the Night is the Castlevania Symphony of the Night sequel we never got. And I've only scratched the surface. There are so many tiny details to this game which makes you think not only of Symphony of the Night, but other Castlevania games. And if you're a Castlevania fan or not, I highly recommend that you experience this game, as personally, I've had an absolute blast with it. Have you played Bloodstained Ritual of the Night? What did you think of it? What details stood out to you in this game? Let me know in the comments. Please like the video if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this, and hit that notification bell so that you stay up to date with the world of PlayStation. Thank you all very much for watching.
For the players.